Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're gonna finally start 7.2. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. Well, actually first let me go ahead and check on the stream audio since I just changed some more stuff. I don't want it to end up like the Watch Your Mickey Mickey deliveries. Watch Your Mickey Mickey deliveries. Yeah, okay, that sounds fine. Let's go ahead and get started. We start off 7.2 in the back room. Hello, Tassos. Take me out back. No, wait, please don't. We gotta talk to Kryl here. Let's talk to Gulja. Actually, let's talk to everyone around here first. I guess just Graha. Though we have too little information to draw any useful conclusions as yet, I dare say the Queen of Reason's behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Yes, oh yeah, so last time we got this big question mark moment where somehow Sphene returned, but it's very obviously not Sphene. Okay, let's just talk to Gulja, Kryl, and we can figure out what the heck's going on. Oh yeah, and then we saw, like, someone, I know who it is, was in living memory when Shale and Y'shtola went there. I guess that's what we're going to start off with, isn't it? Shale said she left this machine running to process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? No, Gulja, if it were done, it won't be done until I start the next quest. A glimmer of the past. Oh yeah, so my goal with this stream is to get to the trial, or yeah, there's a dungeon and a trial. So let's try and I want to try and get through all the quests up to that, and then we'll do the dungeon and trial and the rest of MSQ on another day. So that's gonna be a lot of stuff to do. Kryl wishes to catch up on recent events. Ah, brilliant! Your timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share. Excellent. We'll just wait for Lamachi. She should arrive shortly. Brilliant! Glad to see you here too. Ah, speak of the devil. Let's catch each other up, shall we? Also, I recall 7.2 is supposed to be significantly better story-wise than 7.1, which I mentioned at the end of the 7.1 that I didn't really mind the story that much, but it still was a bit of a, like, okay kind of deal. But I really want to see what they're going to do with that ending. The 7.1 ending. Right. I'll go first, if nobody minds. I've been back in Tuliolol and spoke with Koana. I told him all about the records left behind by Gulja's mother, as well as Sphene's reappearance. Yeah, not disappearance, reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things settled down more. But while I'm Gulja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics. That's all from me. Stoic nod. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphene. She has been making regular appearances before the people. And each time she does, she encourages them to become endless. Alas, much else about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. On our end, we've confirmed that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Queen Sphene's death altered. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event. Though we haven't yet identified the perpetrator, given recent events, Sphene is the chief suspect. Many believe that the Queen of Resolve is alive and well, and remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing for those with more accurate recollections. We'll carry on with our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now and coordinate with our people there. Where's Earth and Sky again? Is that the place that in the caves? I guess that would make sense because it's earth and sky. That's one other matter. The highlight of this gathering, you might say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. Okay, here we go. By all means, where's this person now? In the break room. She is unwell, and Y'shtola and Alize have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. I doubt they're going to be able to explain everything, but I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. The break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who they're referring to. But let's go and talk to Graha and Kyle, and then we'll head to the break room. Not the back room, but we're already in the back room. Elthanode and Aaronville have taken it upon themselves to attend to the people of Alexandria. Fulomini are still struggling to deal with the recent events, and they hope to make a difference by lending them a sympathetic ear. Much as I'd love to join you in the break room, I'd rather not overwhelm our guest with too many new faces. Better to keep investigating the activities of our new Sphene. Alright, let's head on back to the break room from the back room. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I know who this is going to end up being, and it probably, like, people probably were like, wait, what? When they first saw it. Yep.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
Yeah, Y'shtola, time for some exposition.
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul.
What?
We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis. Y'shtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with epoxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect,
She's probably from the other shard.
I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
But yeah, wasn't there that she
What?
was suffused with the lightning?
How can that be possible? The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died. Whatever do you mean? I am not dead. I'm not. What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia.
I don't remember who Zelenia is.
And who are you people? Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
Neither do we.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electric casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis.
I guess that's how they're gonna do this.
Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down. That was where you were kept, in all likelihood.
Oh, and it probably just opened up.
Since the time of the Old Kingdom. For 4 centuries.
Right, Shale is Alexandrian. I completely forgot.
Do you speak true? I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
Well then, that's quite a revelation. Okay, let's go and talk to everyone, and then I guess let's talk to Sphene. Okay. What would Otis do if he were here? What can I do? Be cute? The original Sphene. We'll tell her what she wants to know, and we'll decide what we need to do. To wake up alone in the distant future, and seemingly by no choice of your own, you can hardly blame her for reacting as she did. We turned up her chamber when we searched the Meso Terminal. Safe to say, none of us had anticipated this development, neither did anyone in the community. The treatment may have been effective, but the road ahead of her remains uncertain, well that's for sure. How you doing, Sphene? Not good, I expect. I don't believe it. I do not believe that you were lying. So please, tell me everything that has happened. Everything. So there's this expansion called Dawn Trail. Very well. But let us do so with care, lest we cause you undue strain. Now, while I should like more of us to assist, it isn't practical to gather everyone. So I will summon Grahatia and Kryl for now. I mean, who else are you gonna do? Summon. I guess she means Alphanode and Aaronville, because they're out working the town. That's not the right phrase for that.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale. I know not how to repay them, not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
Ishtola is the motherly sorts of... So there's... I forgot. I think there is one point in Shadowbringers where you can say something, where you can respond with like "Yes, mother" or something to Ishtola, and everybody's literally just goes silent. And then I remember somebody pointed out in Final Fantasy XI, there's a quest line where you work with Shatoto, which is, I think that's what her name is, who is also, there's a reference to her in this game during the Black Mage quest line when she takes over somebody's body. And you can call her mommy at some point, and if you do, it changes your title or something to something like really goofy, just to like tell everyone in the server that you called her mommy or something like that. Alizé never abandons those in need, well, that's for sure. They're comrades you can rely on. No, Alizé never gives up on anyone. It's kind of annoying sometimes.
She's known those two for a long time. You can trust in her judgment. Besides, you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer
That's right.
from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
Yeah, because we saw there was a boy that had this issue, the electricity thing.
Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long.
Also, that's kind of convenient.
So very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Oh, so was this the patch that added the pajama bottoms?
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Yeah, but she's gonna need to put on a disguise.
Great idea. There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
We can go together. We'll be your escort. Yeah, we'll go together.
Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamot.
Seekers of Eternity. Well then, let's go head out of the town with Sphene. Maybe we'll be the one giving her the royal tour this time. Come on, we'll give Sphene the grand tour. Yes, that's what I just said. Sphene asked me not to call her by her title. I understand why, but it feels strange. Thank you as well, Brillian, for your kindness. The Endless Sphene, you knew her, did you not? We all did. It may take time for both of us to come to terms with this situation. Myself especially. Man, I hate the S's. Whistle with the gap in my front teeth. Like, I have a de-esser to try and handle some of it, but the whistle doesn't get it. myself especially. But I recognize that I must. I may still be here, but the world I knew is gone. Let's see, what food do I get? What do I want? Useless tank food? Skill speed, direct hit, vitality, that's not bad. Spell speed, healing food. I'll grab the mesquite soup because that's a little bit better. Memories of a bygone age. Sveen is eager to see the new Alexandria. Before heading out, I should put on more suitable attire. There's a modern outfit among the items Shale has prepared for me, I believe. If you would wait outside, I should only need a moment. Alright, take your time. You sure I need to step out, Sveen? I mean, that's a bit rude. Shale said she chose the outfit herself. Once I've changed, I should join you outside. Sounds good. Let's head on out. Exits to the back room. From the break room. They're with very different rooms. Alright, Shale, you picked out an outfit for her? Y'shtola and Alisaie left for the government sector. They wanted to discuss how to go about treating those afflicted with lightning. Admirable. I don't know how they keep going without so much as a short break. They learn from me. I haven't gone outside in a while. Shale decrypted more of my mother's records, so I've been spending a lot of time reading them. Even if she can walk, she's still far from fully recovered. We'll have to take care not to push her too hard. Alright, let's wait for her at the destination. Waiting. There we go, this is the model I've seen.
Waiting. I've never worn such clothing before.
Yeah, I've seen this model a bunch.
That really suits you.
I forgot they were cut-off jeans. I thought they were just leggings. Agreed. It's like you're a different person. It looks ideal for a brisk afternoon stroll.
I had much the same impression. I had only ever worn skirts, you see. But it seems appropriate for a new beginning.
A moment before you head out. Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other Sphenes, and we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I suppose it could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
What about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Fake Sveen?
Despite being the spitting image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant, after imitation stones.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction. But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret.
That's probably a good idea.
For the people of today's Alexandria know only the Endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right. Thank you for your concern, Shale. Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
And capable they
You
are.
are. First, we'll head to the entrance.
Oh,
to
that's
Port
literally
9.
what she said.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
Shouldn't she put up her hood? Seems like probably be a bad idea for someone to be like, huh, is that Sphene? As long as we keep Sphene's identity under wraps, it should be safe enough to walk around the city. Still, we can't be too cautious while the simulant's off doing whatever it is she's doing. Do take care out there. You'd think that Endless Sphene would have, like, perfect surveillance over everything. Then again, that she didn't know where the... what are they called again? Oblivion were. So... okay, let's head on over to the entrance. And start off the Grand Tour 2.0. I forget what I called it, in the video. I was! Things were a bit awkward at first. She's still so young, after all. But before long, we were talking up a storm. It's so much fun! Just like old times, what? So you've been to Tuliolo? Oh, okay, this is, someone from Tuliolo, okay. Were you able to meet with your friends? Okay, that would have been better if I had started with the other one first. Okay, good, she put up her hood. Yeah, I mean, that's a little more conspicuous than I expected. Inconspicuous, not conspicuous. So this is Alexandria. Despite being inside a tower, it feels as though I'm out in the open. And though the sights are nothing like I remember, Electrope is still everywhere I look. It's a strange yet familiar place. I completely forgot that they have the fake sky. That lady wants to talk with Lama Chi, so while they're busy, I'll tell you about what we can see from here. Is there any place that interests you? How about to the arcade? Or the Arcadian? There are so very many. I can't decide where to begin. Then why don't we let Berillion choose? Sure. The following events cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel pending duty finder reservations. Yes. Explain the sites to Sphene. Yes. Oh, it's going to be one of those select each one of the things situations. Was this the first case that they had those? Because I know the first time I remember doing it is in the Cosmic Exploration stuff, but that wasn't added until like 7.2, I think. Anyway, let's talk about the arcade first. There are lots of different shops at the Nexus Arcade, selling everything you need. It's always full of people out doing their shopping. The Endless Sphene gave Berillion and Lama Chi a tour of the place. I remember watching them from a distance. Right, that's where when we went over to the east side. Is that when we ran into Ghouljaw the first time? The castle town I knew had a main thoroughfare that was lined with shops. Whenever I visited, the citizens would come and speak with me about matters great and small. Just like that lady is doing now with the Book of the Mott. Yeah, let's talk about them next. The lady talking to Lama Chi just came back from Tuliolol. It was her first time since being trapped in the barrier 30 years ago. She has family in Alexandria now, so she had to return. But the train made it safe and easy for her to make the journey, and it's all thanks to everyone's hard work. There was once a railroad connecting Alexandria and neighboring Lindeblum, but operations were suspended when relations deteriorated. Eventually, the tracks were removed entirely. To see that railroad now connects us to our new neighbors is gratifying. Especially considering that our history began with war, with Alexandria the aggressor. In continuing to strive for peace, Tuliolol's leaders have shown great I can never say this right, magnanimity, and I can't help but be moved. Lano 9. If you attune to Lano 9, you can teleport back here at any time you want. Wait, if you can teleport here, why do they need the train? Or do they mean within Solution 9? You can also use it to teleport to other locations and see. No, okay, that doesn't make any sense if they have to take the train anyway. Maybe it's only people who can have training with aether manipulation. It makes it easy to get around. That's the mode of travel that utilizes aether currents, yes. We had the same in my time, but when the storm surge broke out, such nodes were sealed off to prevent enemy use. Yeah, that's why the one in Mamuk, I think, was turned off at some point. No, there was one in, the one in Radzit Han was turned off because of some reason, I forget why. After the war, the etheric balance across the entire world had collapsed. Not only was travel outside the barrier ill-advised, the act of teleportation itself had become dangerous. We had to abandon the nodes altogether. 'Tis heartening to see them alive again for the use of one and all. And then the government sector, yes. In the government sector, there's a counter where citizens can get matched jobs. There's also a soul exchange, but no one goes there much these days since there aren't many souls in circulation. I'm unsure how to feel about regulators and the treatment of souls as a resource. I understand the grief of those who have lost loved ones and the desire to escape the sorrow of death. Even so, I would never wish to forget my parents, Otis, Zelenia, I forget who that was. I want to remember them all. I'm reluctant to impose my personal beliefs upon others, though. Also, they specifically wanted to put this in to distinguish, like, really distinguish her from Endless Sphene, and how this is a completely different person than Endless Sphene. Because people really didn't like Endless Sphene for a very good reason. Or they really didn't like her beliefs and how stupid the, like, I want to save everyone thing was. Me included. I liked her character, I hated how they wrote her. Alright, that should wrap everyone up. Alright, select everyone and then book the mod. Thanks for your help, Brilliant. I hope Queen Sphene, just Sphene, will feel at home here one day. The joy of spying stars between faint gaps in the clouds is absent here, but 'tis a fine thing to be sheltered from the thunder and rain. Sorry about that. I got a little carried away with the conversation. It's alright. Brilliant and I told her about the places we can see from here. Really? That's great! Right then. Why don't we stroll through the residential sector and then stop at Mosaic? We can take a break here there. Mosaic is the bar over there. Alright, let's teleport over to Mosaic. I guess I can't go directly to Mosaic. Well, let's just do the residential district. That's a decent jump. Yeah, Mosaic actually has a sightseeing point. I think it's over in over by the chairs over here. Obviously, I've already gotten it. So I'm so glad they added Jog. I think, was this the patch that they added Jog? Wait, 7.1 or 7.2. Also, I need to do that triple triad challenge eventually. What should I get? Have some juice, kid. I understand this cafe was named for the different races, who appear as a mosaic of colors when they gather here. What inspired idea? Yeah, that's the description in the sightseeing log for it. Should be... yeah, here it is. Yeah, the popular cafe found in Solution 9's commerce. The races of Alexandria named after stones and a mosaic. Actually, I forget if they explained that in MSQ or not. Welcome to Mosaic. When you're ready to order, just let me know. We've been walking for a while, so let's rest our feet, eh? Drinks are on me. Well, you are literally a queen, basically, technically. Sphene, Brilliant, you two go ahead and order first. I don't know, what do you have? I hope she doesn't get recognized.
Can't
That'll
decide.
trigger my secondhand
Oh,
anxiety.
I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
Of course. I should warn you, though. Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part.
Sure.
Have you decided as well?
I'm not much of a coffee person. I'll have the same, no. Something healthy, vegetable juice maybe. Sweet cocoa, yes, let's go.
Ah, I understand completely. The allure of something sweet can often be too strong to resist.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
Talking with more of the citizens.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people.
Yeah, but she can't right now.
But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all.
Including her taste in drinks.
The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
No.
Your Majesty, is that you?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
There you are! How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now, we're going home.
Interesting how the child sees third, but the man doesn't.
Bye, not Queen Sphene.
I don't know if they meant anything by that or not.
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does. Another harsh reminder that I have no place here.
Sphene.
Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am. For Alexandria has endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain. Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
I'm literally sitting right here. Yes, I know what she means. I'm kind of joking. How many quests do we have on this? Because that was already 2 of them. Okay, we got like 5 quests to do. Okay, that's good. Let's see, are they still standing over there? Yeah, let's talk to them first, then we'll talk to Sphene. If you have any troubles or anything else you want to talk about, I'm always here to lend an ear. They were worried about not having neo-regulators, but Lamachi cheered them up. Yeah, you guys don't need those. Don't worry about it. In search of meaning. Sphene looks at you apologetically. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. Well, you did a really good job at it, though. Still, I feel better having shared my feelings with you. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not being much of a guide. I don't usually get approached this often. It's quite alright. The people have been through so much. It's only natural for them to seek comfort and assurance from someone they trust. Besides, I was able to relax with a delicious cup of coffee and have a lovely chat with Berlian. I appreciate you understanding. Right then, where to next? We could take a look inside the Nexus arcade, but it could probably wait for when we actually need something. In that case, let's head back to the recreation zone. There's plenty to see it on True View, like the Arcadian. Yeah, this is 7.2, so it's the second leg of the Arcadian. I wonder if they're going to mention that at some point. Okay, so we need to go across there. I guess the closest one would technically be over here. Yeah, so let's head on over there. You know, I mentioned in, I forget which quest line I was editing, that how it always gets me just to see people walking around and like doing stuff and like realizing that they're like real people, probably. Also, whenever I say probably, I mean, I'm talking about like bots. I'm not talking about like some weird conspiracy where they're purposely putting fake players in to make it look like there are people there. That'd just be weird and hard. Also, sir, are you alright? Hey, are you alright? Who is this? Do we know this guy? No, it looks like just some random guy. He was this way when we arrived. He looks pale. We need to find a place for him to rest. Thank you. I was on my way to attend to some business. The memory of being killed here came flooding back. The danger has passed, I know, but the terror lingers. Understandable. For all the comfort I've offered others in my work, I can't seem to comfort myself. I see. When the soldiers attacked, he... Try as I might, I can't shake this fear. My courage has completely deserted me. Citizens have overcome with fear. He may need someone to rally his spirits and recover. Yes, let's rally. Yeah, with my terrible bun emotes. Thank you. I feel better already. Your encouragement was exactly what I needed. Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Malachite, and I am an usher. An usher? They're the ones who came to those without long to live, right? But given everything that's happened, I expect your duties have changed. That's correct. We no longer attend to the dying. It is only after they have passed away in their family's care that we convey their remains to a government storage facility. A storage facility? What for? Henceforth, we must inter the deceased. But as the specifics are undecided, the bodies must be kept in cold storage for the time being. I didn't know. I'd heard there were graveyards over by the submerged city. That's another sightseeing point. And a, Aether Current quest, I think. But like funerals, burial customs must have been long forgotten. Did you have usher duties? If so, we could help. I'm not actually here on an official capacity, so I'm loath to trouble you further. But since you asked, I shall explain why I've come. I've taken to delivering the personal effects of the departed to their families. Even though their memories have been entrusted to the cloud, I still remember where they once lived. The rule was to dispose of any belongings. To do anything else was strictly forbidden. but it saddened me to see them discarded like waste. So I began secreting, I guess. I began secreting away what I could. Of course, I understand that not everyone shares my sentiments, and I leave it to the families to decide what to do with the items. What to do with these items. Some accept my deliveries, others reject them. Whether I'm doing the right thing, I cannot say, but I feel the families should be given the choice. Oh, they didn't have it before then. It's important to think about what people leave to us. I want to help. And it's going to tie into Sphene not having her place in this world. Do you want to help too, Brilliant? Not really. Deliveries happen to be my I haven't done my custom deliveries for this week. I suppose I can. No, deliveries are my specialty. You know, all those fetch quests I did in ARR? I'm truly grateful. Now, there are 4 items to be delivered here in the recreation zone. I leave them in your care. So is there going to be one for each of us, or am I going to have to do everything? In the meantime, I will head to the residential sector to make deliveries there. After you've finished, please meet me back here. I would like to know the family's reaction. So actually, we probably should do multiple so then they can tell stories about different kinds of reactions families can have. You know, there have been people in Tuliolol who had similar episodes due to the trauma of the siege. Would you mind if I went with Malachite, just to keep an eye on him? Only if you can handle those deliveries without me, of course. It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure he'll be happy for the company. Does she do a stoic thumbs up? Actually, she'd definitely be more of the enthusiastic emote. Come, let's deliver these keepsakes to the families. So there are 4 items in total to deliver? Right. 3 for people on True View, and 1 for someone over by the Neon Stein. Let's visit them in that order. Might I trouble you to do the talking, Brilliant? I fear my voice may betray my identity. Well, I mean, I have to do everything anyway, so... Lead the way. I'll be right behind you. And they're following us. Endwalker following mechanics. Okay, first one looks like we'll head down to the speech bubble first. Probably might as well tie in a bit of the tour that we're interrupting. Every time I get a staircase like this, my brain just wants to jump down it, because like in your head, when you see a giant staircase, your brain's like, oh yeah, I can totally jump down this whole thing, and then you think, wait a minute, that'd break my ankles, break my legs. Discuss True View. The people around True View seemed scary at first, but most of them are really kind. You know, when they're not hyped up on their extreme energy drinks. When I see someone passed out on the street now, I worry if they're alright. I worry if they'll be alright. The way the buildings are all in a row reminds me of the old castle town. Lively as it is here, I can see why Oblivion can blend in. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff around here. Alright, energetic citizen. Are you going to be energetic about getting your deceased relatives' items? Is there something you need? Here is a wrapped keepsake. Ah, so Malachite sent you. He was very considerate. When he offered to bring me the keepsake, he stressed that I didn't have to accept it if I felt uncomfortable. I see why some would say no, but I couldn't do that. Not when it's something that belonged to my parents, who I understand now I will never see again. Having spare souls won't save us from the inevitable. That's always been the case. But now I find myself wondering about this and that. Like how much longer I can afford to muck around with my brothers. But I won't bore you with my ramblings. Thanks for bringing me the keepsake, and give my regards to Malachite. So in Mass Effect, there's a story. There's a thing about how a lot of the alien races are intimidated by humans, and the reason for that is because humans in that universe get, quote, so much done in such short time. And that's because humans have the really short, limited lifespans compared to a lot of the long-lived, like 300, 400,000-year-old races. Or people who live for like 1,000 years old. So like they get like a ton done in like 80 years. Hello, disconcerted citizen. Are you free later? I mean, oh, hello. Do I know you? Well, you don't know me yet. But I'd be more than happy to learn more about you. Ah, so this is the keepsake. Truth be told, I've been wavering as to whether or not I should accept it. I mean, it belonged to someone that died. It's got me thinking about what we did to Tuliolol. I didn't even know we'd killed so many of their people. Not until the funeral. What if they decide to retaliate? They won't. Lamachi, Wukalamat would never do that. She and everyone in Tuliolol know that my father was to blame for the attack, not the Alexandrian people. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak ill of your father. Don't worry, he was kind of a jerk. It's just, I can't stop worrying about death, understandable. And hearing that they're running out of new regulators makes it worse. Don't worry about that, you don't need to worry about that, just trust me, you don't need to worry. I don't know what to do anymore. Yeah, you don't need to worry about the neo-regulators, just trust me on this. Hello, brooding citizen. What is it? If you're trying to sell me something, I'm not interested. I'm not trying to sell you something, I'm trying to give you this wrapped keepsake. Oh, you brought the keepsake! Thank you. I've been looking forward to this, hoping that it might help me remember, but no such luck, it seems. The owner is dead, and they'll never become one of those endless Queen Sphene tells us about. It's a sad thought. Even so, I'm not sure I want to become endless myself. If they're made by putting your memories into a new body made of aether, doesn't that mean you yourself still have to die first? The thought of not having to worry about souls was appealing, so I was happy to receive a neo-regulator, but I've only had doubts since then. If Queen Sphene herself recommends it, I want to believe that all will be well, but still. Sorry, I need to clear my head. That's everyone on True View. Let's go to the Neon Stein. Alright, let's head on down to the speech bubble first, and then over to the Neon Stein. Looks like it's right here at these vending machines. Discuss the vending machines. So you can purchase beverages from these machines? It's wonderful! I always believe that technology should be developed for the benefit of the people. Kindled's favorite energy tonic is a special formula, not like the ones they sell here. I wanted to try one, but Shale wouldn't let me. That's probably a good thing. Alright, let's head over to the Neon Stein and wrap up this quest. So we had to talk to this lively citizen. Right, there were 4 people. Are you talking to me? Yes, I am. Here is your wrapped keepsake. Oh, right, this. I can't say it stirs any memories, but it does feel familiar somehow. No, you look familiar yourself. Where do I know you from? Oh no. Ah, of course. You were the unenhanced challenger. No, champion. Ah, okay. Obviously, this changes if you've done the first part of the Arcadian raids. I can't stress how incredible it is. What you've achieved without using feral souls. It's a genuine honor to meet you, though not for the first time, I realize. Oh, this was a bit ago. It was at the infusion station in the government sector, and it wasn't my finest moment, as you might recall. Right, this was... Oh, right, this was when he was trying to get souls, but he couldn't... He had went over his quota or something? This was during MSQ. You're the Arcadian fighter who was desperate for souls. You're the one who yelled at Sphene to her face. Are you sure? No, I remember him. That's right. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Anyway, seeing as we're meeting properly now, the name's Lithander. I used to fight in the Arcadian, but not anymore. I took Queen Sphene's words to heart and found a new job. One where I can put my knowledge of physical conditioning to use. As you know, lots of people were badly hurt when the mechanical soldiers, malfunctioned. Yes, definitely malfunctioned. And I've been assisting with their rehabilitation. It's not something I ever imagined myself doing, but here we are. Not many people can help others like you can. I think it's great what you're doing. Heh, thanks. It's encouraging to hear that. There's this fellow who has to learn how to walk all over again. Becoming endless would solve his problems, but he's determined to overcome them the hard way, with the body he's got. Seeing that gave me a newfound appreciation for my own body. It's a gift from my parents, a sturdy thing that survived the arena, and I need to take better care of it. I'm the only blue-skilled Hubigo because of besides my father. Lama Chi once told me that. I don't know how my father felt about it, but there are times when it hurts to think about the things we share. Still, I don't want to lose that, even if I could look the same as an Endless. I would never throw away this body. Most people would find it hard to do so, I imagine. Just the thought makes me feel uncomfortable about the whole becoming Endless affair. Ah, but I need to get back to work. It was nice talking to you, and thanks for the delivery. Alright, do I have to pick one of these? Yeah, I do. Skill speed is going to be a little more useful for me. Alright, we made our deliveries, talked to the Little Jaw, and talked to Sphene for the next quest. I'm glad I'm the way I am. It's my parents' gift to me, and how I was able to learn more about them, and about myself. Right, Sphene, you learning anything from this? A jewel shattered. Sphene is eager to tell Malachite of your success. I believe that takes care of the deliveries. Thank you for taking charge, Berlian. From what I've seen and heard, Display and the people who held their queen in high regard, and the simulant has exploited their love and admiration to win over so very many. Come, let's report to Malachite. He should be back at the north of the recreation zone. Alright, let's head on over there. Looks like the closest one is over at the Neon Stein. And then, yeah, I'll take a shortcut. Actually, yeah, I think it would be slightly... No, because of the loading screen, using this to teleport to True View would be slightly slower than just running through this back alley. So I'm just gonna walk over there, or jog over there. It still feels a little weird that they have this back alley here. Maybe they understood that running around here would be a bit of a pain. The thing is, you don't really run around that area very much. Well, regardless, it's useful for me. and I've used it more than once. Alright everyone, I'm back! Those we spoke with all harbored anxiety towards death. It is hardly a natural sentiment to have, and yet... Malachite seems to be doing better. Done with your deliveries. We've just gotten back ourselves. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you for your assistance. With this, every delivery I had planned for today is accounted for. The reactions I received were mixed. Well, some were glad, others decided they did not want the items after all. How was your experience? Well, everyone accepted them, although one person was wasn't sure about it. Everyone accepted their items, but they all felt differently about them. One person couldn't remember the keepsake's owner, and another couldn't stop worrying about their own death. I see. It's difficult indeed to predict how people may behave when confronted with the reminders of loss. Of late, I've come to believe that we are each of us the sum of the moments we've shared with our loved ones. And when they passed away, and we lost our memories of those people, we lost a part of ourselves. It's a thought that saddens me to no end. If our memories of the departed are no longer to be entrusted to the cloud, I wish that those already taken could be returned to us. Well, my friends, I must resume my formal duties. My thanks again for your aid. Malachite speaks true. Our memories are what defines us. They form the path we walked to be where we are. My endless self, I expect, was much alike to me in the beginning. But I cannot become like her no more than she could become like me. For once our paths diverged, so too did our lives and experiences. That's true. Even if we start from the same place, we all have different journeys. At some point, things like our goals and our ways of thinking are bound to change. The endless spin was one possibility. A version of myself who made choices I want to believe I never would. I'm beginning to come to terms with the fact I did, though. Huh? Is that... Of course, she's gonna run in. We're gonna run into the simulant Sphene, and she's gonna know that that's the real Sphene. Also, that smile is creepy. The simulant? Now what? She's gonna want us to follow her. She was looking straight at us. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she wanted us to follow her. Well, that's what I just said. I have a bad feeling about this. Well, yeah. But we might not have another chance to figure out what she's up to. We're going after her, right? Yeah. Stoic nod. That wasn't a stoic nod. That was a... What kind of nod? Not an enthusiastic nod. A serious nod. That's what it was. Alright, you guys already lost her? That was my first time seeing the simulant. Though she was smiling, something about her scared me. Yeah, that was intentional. 'Tis a strange feeling, pursuing one's spinning image. Where does she want us to go, I wonder? They're all facing that way, so I assume she went that way. The simulant headed into the street over there. The neon sign is that way. Let's hurry. Yes, let's hurry. Or is it gonna be a cutscene? Nope. What, are we gonna have to head in the back room? Is she heading for the back room? Oh, you gotta wait at the destination. First, let's talk to everyone. Where is she up? What is she up to? I don't like this. Yeah. Did we lose her? Well, no, there's a convenient destination for us to wait at. So, oh no, we're surveying the destination.
Not here. Let's press on, if only a little further.
What? Good thing I'm, like, invincible. Also, I'm a warrior.
Hey, are you alright?
Of course it was a trap.
So she didn't die. Vexing, but expected.
So is this our antagonist?
That was about the strongest bolt we can produce within Everkeep. What now?
We obtain more precise measurements. Narrow the range of variables to avoid unnecessary trial and error. That is the most expeditious course of action.
I know that voice.
Oh, is this gonna be the other person that I didn't know who it was?
You there! Yes, you! We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping. The key to
right.
interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us, yes?
No. Besides, Y'shtola has it. Not in your life. You asking me that after you tried to kill me? Yeah, seriously.
Now that you mention it, the other way around may have been more appropriate.
You think?
If I had the key, I wouldn't need to be cruel and turn away so many people. Far more than 5,000 could become endless and know eternal happiness.
What? You mean to steal ether from other worlds again?
Yes.
All is for the sake of his experiments. 'Twas for that reason, you know, that the previous me created the Endless. I pity her. She was forced to attempt the impossible, to turn every soul who dies into an Endless, even though there's no end to them. Admittedly, that was part of the plan. Her desperation would drive her to claim the key and use it, and sure enough, she did just that. I know you had a soft spot for her, Lamachi. So for what it's worth, I'm truly sorry.
For sure.
Alas, we are naught more than pawns, pieces in his grand design.
Also, man, this is just creepy. It's interesting to have that first-person perspective.
Don't you dare make light of her love for her people. Don't you dare!
Strike me down if you wish. I shall be made anew.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
And I doubt many would look kindly upon the vow of resolve of Tuliolol if she attacked a neighboring queen, and not for the first time. Would you be willing to accept the repercussions?
For the first time. Jeez!
Damn you.
And don't worry, I'll do it. I mean, I did it the first time, technically. What is the objective of these experiments? What do you stand to gain by making everyone endless?
You're speaking to me?
Yes.
Our goal is to usher in the next phase of mankind's evolution. Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment. The old and infirm are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive. Generational succession. This has been our survival strategy. Yet, this strategy has long since reached its practical limit. It is outdated.
I'm gonna have to press X to doubt on that one.
It relies on progeny, which gives rise to unchecked population growth. Resources become scarce, invariably leading to conflict. All the while, death is ever present and robs our species of untold potential. Where man now stands in his evolution, bodies of flesh no longer make sense. What we must strive for next is carefully managed, eternal preservation.
Didn't you just say about population problems?
Calyx! You're Calyx, aren't you?
Do we know that name?
You know him?
The young genius who had mastered electrode technology. He founded the scientific collective known as Preservation and devoted himself to developing a cure for the paralysis which plagued our people.
Okay, he's the head of Preservation. Okay, then no wonder he's so hell-bent on all this.
Calyx! You always had your gaze set upon the future, and I know you do now. But I beg you, do not deceive the people of Alexandria. Do not manipulate them with this imitation forged from my memories. Well, how rude. Yet, whatever you may say, I'm the one whom the people regard as queen.
Only because you changed their memories.
You may have worn the crown for a few years, but now you are no one. Just a frail, fleshy version of me that could die at any moment. The kingdom has no use for such as you.
Our demand is simple. Surrender the key. Refusal will necessitate consequences.
I think you're the one who's going to be facing consequences, not me. Well then, we finally got our antagonist. Talk to Gulja, Wuklamont, and Sphene. What a cruel thing to say to Sphene. ... Are you alright, Brilliant? Don't worry, I'm playing warrior. It's gonna take a little bit more than a giant lightning strike to kill me. I'll just use the Holm gang. Forgive me, I was once able to use healing spells, but my long slumber appears to have sapped my magical reserves. It's frustrating to be so powerless. but perhaps I must accept my newfound limitations. Okay, where are we on these quests? I was a jewel shattered. So I wanted to do the next quest too, but I feel like that's actually a good stopping point. Now that we got introduced to our antagonist. And then next time we'll go ahead and try and finish up the rest of 6.2, which has a trial and a dungeon. So we'll need to see that, see if I'm able to get through all that, hopefully. But I do feel like that's a good stopping point for right now. I did want to go a little bit longer, but I think yeah, we'll just stop here, and then because I think because it would just end up being one more quest. And since it's such a good stopping point, it seems like we're about to lead into like going and doing some stuff. Then yeah, I don't know. I don't want to read through the next quest to see what happens, because obviously, like, you know, I want to get this. Part of the point of the videos and the streams is to record my initial reaction to all this stuff, because it'd be a little less interesting if I've already done it before. I want it to be something that I know a good bit about, and that I'm able to give like some other kind of insight on, like some more detailed and not detailed knowledge from experience. Whereas this is meant to be more of like a first-time experience, just recording what I'm seeing and everything. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. I hope you had a good time, and until next time, goodbye.